Hey guys, Zen here, and today Ubisoft officially announced the new Italian season with Operation Para Bellum. And here it is. As you can see, this will be the brand new map coming next season, and for the first time, it looks like attackers will be starting from a more green and natural setting, while it looks like defenders will be held up in an older, rustic style building, which looks to have multiple floors. The new map aesthetic looks really refreshing, and it looks like both Alibi and Maestro are headed into the green swept fortress. Also, a quick point to note is that Maestro seems to be the next operator coming to Rainbow Six Siege that has an exceedingly large backpack. I'm sure a certain lion would appreciate his fashion sense. The last thing we learned from this officially is that both of these operators will be defenders as mentioned by Ubisoft in this post, and that we can tune into their official live stream May 19th through 20th for the full reveal. I've made many videos on this channel going over everything we've come to learn about Operation Para Bellum, so if you need a refresher, go check those out. But that isn't everything we're getting with this update, so hang on because there's some incredibly exciting stuff to look forward to. Ubisoft says, Year 3 Season 2 brings a breath of innovation, spawning a new intel gadget, a Clubhouse map buff, an echo buff, lots of gameplay fixes, and the pick and ban settings. Now, for those unaware, there will be a new secondary gadget coming with Operation Para Bellum called the Bulletproof Camera. And for those that have heard of it, please let me know. Is it overpowered? A lot of people in the community have expressed concerns that this gadget does too much and even serves to make some operators useless. So let me know down below. As far as Echo, he will now have access to 2 yokai drones, and the entire defending team can now see through their feeds. So no longer is the yokai drone's camera only visible to Echo. In my opinion, this is probably just as or even as important and valuable to your team than having 2 yokai drones. A strat people were using on TTS was to set one of the drones up in a hallway, then set another one up in a separate hallway or even in a room, and you now have 2 more cameras to get intel from. This is also additional to any bulletproof cameras or Valkyrie black eye cams you have access to. It could be possible Operation Para Bellum shows a shift in the meta to a more intel based experience. In the past, we had the shotgun meta, then we had the trap meta, and now we may be looking to an intel meta, which in my opinion will make for much slower paced gameplay and a heavy focus on positioning. Moving on, they mentioned the Clubhouse buff. All that's really happening here is that they're changing around some sightlines between bedroom and CCTV, as well as the main bar room. I'm sure they've reworked some other areas of the map, but those are the biggest changes from what Ubisoft have announced. Clubhouse is definitely one of my favorite maps, and it's always awesome to see the devs go in and make the changes needed to keep it competitive and in rotation. Next up, we have some gameplay fixes. Drop shotting, a very controversial subject in the Rainbow Six Siege community, will be getting an adjustment. Can you still drop and shoot? Yes. Is there any new delay? No. What they did change though was your ability to aim down sight while dropping. So for those of you who drop shot as a way to get out of a tight situation, or for those sick clips in your next montage, you may struggle after this. I still think we'll see drop shotting, and I do still think it'll work, but it'll be a lot less effective and be harder to pull off. The real benefit of drop shotting is making your opponent reset their sights on the fly to deal with it, which will still be required with this change because they haven't slowed down your ability to drop. So we'll have to see how this plays out. We're also getting a new counter diffuser animation with this patch, which is a change to the animation for defusing the bomb. Currently, the defender bangs on the box 4 to 5 times until it's destroyed. Now they pull out this device and defuse it electronically. There were some bugs on the TTS where you could defuse through a floor or wall, but have since been patched away. And finally, we have pick and ban. Now this feature is only for custom games as of now, and it will be introduced to the Pro League, but it's basically a way to eliminate choosing a certain operator for the enemy team. Your team can agree that they don't want to see Lion or Ella in a match, and those operators cannot be picked. It's probably the most competitive thing that will ever be in this game because it directly dictates what strategies can and cannot be used. Don't want to deal with a ringing phone? Ban Dokkaebi. Can't hear Silent Step? Ban Caveira. Of course, you'll have to agree with your team, but at the end of the day, you're removing an option from the roster. I think right now it'll have a huge impact on the game because all of the ops are so diverse and important. But once we have 100 or more operators in this game, this may not be as viable or as valuable. This is definitely a long-term investment by Ubisoft to keep the game competitive, and for now, I'll wait to watch it live in the Pro League. But that's it guys, Operation Para Bellum has been officially announced with a full reveal planned for late May. What do you think of the update? Are bulletproof cameras too strong? Are you looking forward to the buff coming to Echo? What are your thoughts on pick and ban? Leave it all in a comment down below. Now, for those of you wondering or confused, yes, I probably sound really different because I've done this whole video the day of getting my wisdom teeth pulled and my mouth filled with stitches and gauze. So yeah, I'm dedicated. But if you did enjoy this video, please drop a like and subscribe with notifications if you're new. With that being said, it's been Zen.
Hey, I'm out.